Right, and then this is the yeah third part of the quadratic expression. The first part was about simplification, and the second part was about expansion. Now the factorization. So yeah, in expansion, we were given the factors, yeah, which is something like for example x plus two in bracket times another one which is for example x minus three in the bracket. These are called factors, right? They're still in the bracket form, bracket form, and then we times in to expand it, right? Okay. Now we are given the unfactor expression, which is uh, the expression without the bracket, and we are asked to find the factors. So that means we need to uh, change them, yeah, turn them into the form that has the bracket, usually like that. Okay, yeah, those are factors, and if we do that, that is called factorizing. So we are factorizing the expression, and it says here guesswork to some extent is involved. So yeah, uh, so while doing this, maybe sometimes we need to do some kind of guessing. Yeah, you will know later. Yeah, okay. But the moment you get used to it already, and the moment you become proficient, you will be able to like do it really well. Yeah, and minimize the guesswork. So let's move on. So factorization is the process of expressing an algebraic expression as a product of two or more algebraic expression. And of course, factorization is the reverse of expansion. So hmm, we learned the expansion. Yeah, this was the formula. This was the example. Now for factorization, again, is the reverse of the expansion. So I just reverse the formula, become this formula, and this example I just reverse it. So what we do here in factorization is, again, as I say, we go from the form that has no bracket into a form that usually has bracket. So we pull out the two. We pull out the two. So that means we divide both by two. So 2x divided by 2x, 4 divided by 2, 2. So x plus 2. And then we have 2 that is pulled out. It is pulled out just now. So we need a bracket to separate them. So for 2x squared plus x, we cannot pull out numbers like 2, no, because there's no 2 here. What we can pull out is the one thing that they both have the same. For example, this one, 2x plus 4, they both have the same factor, which is 2. For this one, what do they have the same? The letter x, right? So we pull out the x. For 2x squared, there is still one x remaining, and of course the 2. And for this x, there's no x anymore remaining, so we just write 1. This one, we also pull out the y, so we still have one y here, and there's no y anymore, so just negative 7. Easy? Okay. That's how you factorize. Pretty simple. But that's for this kind of like simple equation. What about this expression? So x squared minus 7. If it was x squared minus 7x only, then you can factorize by pulling out the x, right? Just like this example above. But this time you have 12. You cannot pull out x anymore because 12 does not have x. Yeah, because if you want to pull out x, all of the elements here in the expression needs to have the same thing, which is the x here. So what to do with this 12? So we need to do another method. Okay, let's solve this one on the previous slide, x squared minus 7x plus 12. Here's the new method I'm going to teach you. Please follow until the end, and you will understand in the end, okay? So firstly, what you got to do is writing bracket, okay, because factorizing again is turning the form without bracket into the bracket one. So after you write the bracket, you write xx because it was x square here. If it is y square, you write yy. Understand? Okay. And then there must be something here, right? That I leave it blank. So this blank must be filled with numbers, but there is a rule to determine this number, which is these two numbers, if multiplied, should be the same as the last one, the last number in the expression, which is 12. And if it was plus, yeah, if you plus them, you need to get the middle one. That's the thing. So what number times what number is 12, and what number plus what number is -7? The answer is -3 and -4. This is where the guesswork comes. So again, yeah, I said earlier that you need guesswork, yeah, to some extent, yeah, involved in this technique before you become proficient. So yeah, you need to guess what, yeah, like you need to think, you need to, yeah, thinking a bit, you need to do the thinking a bit, you need to imagine a bit, so until you can come up with, oh, -3 and -4. Well, actually, the easier thing, the easiest way to come up with this number is, firstly, you just don't think about the negative first. So you just see it as 12 and 7. So you think of what number times what number is 12 and what number times what number is 7. So it's 3 and 4, right? And then lastly, you put the negative sign. Okay. So after that, so the first number is -3 and the second number is -4. So you just put it here. -3, -4. So that's how you get x -3 or x -3 and x -4. Yeah, this is actually x -4. I just make a mistake there. So yeah. Second example, yeah, same. The same way, need to find what number times what number is 5, the last one. And if you plus, you get the middle one, 6. So 5 times 1, 5 plus 1. So plus 5, +5 and +1. Easier. This one, yeah, what number times what number is -80. Remember, if you have negative sign in front, you need to take that into account. So -80, and then what plus what is +2. So now the trick here is, if you see negative sign on this for the product of the multiplication, so the easier thing to do, you just think of what number times what number is 80 and what number minus what number is 2. Understand what I'm saying? Now this is just for when you have minus or negative sign for the product of the multiplication. This is just me giving tips and trick on how you getting it easier. So yeah, it's easier to think of. So 10 times n, 10 times 8 is 80, and 10 minus 8 is 2. So you write the 10 and 8 first, and then later you decide where to put the negative sign. Is it in front of 10 or in front of 8? Of course 8. Because if you put negative here, it will be -10 plus 8, -2. Wrong, right? So yeah. So you get +10 and -8. So you just put it in. And how about if the in front of the x square you have a number, like it's not just like nothing in front of the x square, like those two examples. So we have 2 here. So you can do the same way, but yeah, you got to do some additional thing, yeah, with this. So firstly, you got to times the 2 to the back first. So for now, it will become x squared plus 7x plus 6. Notice that this is just a trick. So for easy question, if you have like you're having an exam, you need to write the working in the paper on the paper. You please don't write this. Your teacher will sometimes be confused about this. You gotta do it mentally. So just keep it in your mind that you times 2 to the 3, and then you just do after you got this, the problem solved. So there's no number in front of a square anymore. You can do it the same thing like we did in the previous slide. So long story short, you will get +6 and +1. So yeah, but the thing here, it is not done yet. Remember that you did times 2 to the back. So what you gotta what is the result, yeah, of this? So now the 2, because you dumped before you dump the 2 to the back, now the 2 is coming back, but now 3 times more power. So there are 3 of them. So you can think of like, because you dumped 2, you're evil enough. You're being evil enough to dump the 2. Now the 2 comes back with a revenge. They bring another 2 friends here with a rocket. And then get a bomb to 3 places, which is in front of the X, another X also in front of another X, and now there's over, and then you have number here. So yeah, you know what I mean. So in the end, it will become like this. So you dump only 1 2, and the karma hits you. So the 2 the 2s are coming back, 3 of them. So it must be located in front of the X's, and the last one below them. So you put the division sign here, so it will become fraction. Okay. Now, so what should you do? Now they are coming back with a revenge. So you gotta delete. I mean, not really delete. You gotta dump these 2 below. So what you can do here, you can divide either the first bracket or the second bracket with 2. We are going to choose the first bracket. You know why? Because for the second bracket, you cannot divide it by 2. Yes, the 2x can be divided by 2, but the 1 cannot be divided by 2. It will result in fraction. We don't want that. So let's just take 2x plus 6, because we know that 2x can be divided by 2 and 6 also can be divided by 2. So we write like this. And lastly, yeah, we divide them. So 2x divided by 2x, 6 divided by 2, 3. That's it, done. Okay, this is the last example. So this one don't have number in front of it, so you don't have to do this rocket thingy, but you have the negative sign here. So what you gotta do is you pull out the negative sign. So you're doing factorization here, but just pulling out the negative. So negative become positive, positive become negative, positive become negative. So after you have a form that without the negative sign in front, you can just factorize it the usual way. So long story short, you will get -7 and +5. Yeah, because yeah, you can take a look at it yourself. You already understand that. So after you're done with it, this one, yeah, the result, the final result. Remember, there's negative in front. So what you gotta do here is you got times in back the negative. But don't worry, this time the negative doesn't come with the other 2 friends. 3 negatives. Well, that would be a nightmare, right? So just the negative is still coming back all by itself. So you either times in to the first bracket or the second bracket. It's up to you. It really doesn't matter. So I happen to choose to times to the first bracket. Yeah. So if you times to the second bracket, yeah, it's okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. This is also the second option. If you times to the second bracket, yeah, the negative sign. Okay. The very last one is how if you have 3 in front of the square variable. This time it just changes to x squared to b squared. It doesn't matter. It can be a squared, b squared, c squared, d squared. It can be anything that we want. So the question wants to be b right now. So in front of the squared variable, you have 3. So you have to do the rocket thingy, of course. And you also have negative. So yeah. So firstly, what you got to do? You got to do the thing you do here first. You pull out the negative. So all sign changes. And then you have the 3 here. So you got to do the rocket thingy. Yeah. And long story short, after you do, okay, you times into the back, so become 75. And long story short, you will get this. Oh, this is not done yet, right? Not done yet. Why, you know? Because after you get the result, where's the rocket coming back? You should have 3 here in front, 3 here, and 3 here, right? Yeah. Okay. I forgot to put it in. So now it's your turn to finish this. So we must not do this first. So don't times in the negative first. Instead, put 3 in front of this b, put 3 in front of this b, and write the over 3. And then I think this one that you can divide by 3, yeah? Right? And then tell me what's the final result that you can have. So that's it for this topic. I'm waiting for your response. Feel free to ask if you have any question, and I'm going to see you on the next video.